Hello, welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kayla. I am an aspiring fantasy author currently doing the edits and revisions on my first manuscript as well as completing my second manuscript. And the purpose of today's video is to share some of my goals for December with all of you. I want to talk a little bit about what my goals are for each of my projects, so kind of how far I want to get into them. I'm going to talk about looking for beta readers because that is something I will be doing this month. So also, if you're interested in that, I will tell you how to contact me if that is something that you want to do. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about the courses that I am taking. So I am taking courses in January. However, I still have things that I'm currently learning and things that I am constantly doing to try and improve my craft. So we're going to talk a little bit about those because I do have some goals in regards to that area of my writing. So my first goal for December is to finish writing Between the Waves. That is my NaNoWriMo project. It is a high fantasy pirate adventure. It basically follows our main character Amaya, who is dragged into a deal with an evil captain who is convinced that she knows the way to a lost realm. Naturally, chaos ensues, but that's just a general idea of the project. So I am sitting at a little over 65,000 words for that. My goal is to finish it by December 15th. Based on my outline, I have about 30 scenes left to get to the point where I want to get to. So it's gonna be a lot of writing, but I have faith in myself. That's actually the only goal that I have for Between the Waves right now. I was going to try and get some edits done on it by the end of the month, but I don't want to make that goal because I think that that might be too ambitious of a goal considering all of the edits that I'm going to be doing on Blood of Amberum. So as of right now, it is not a goal to do any editing passes. I might reread it and do that first kind of read through once I finish writing it. But beyond finishing writing it, I do not have any solid goals for Between the Waves for December. However, I do have goals for Blood of Amberum, which I might start calling BOA or BOA. No, I'm probably not gonna call it BOA. Let's say BOA. I am currently doing the read through. I'm about 50 pages in. It's not nearly as terrible as I thought it was going to be, which is very promising. There are some obvious things that need to be fixed. However, the writing itself and the foundation of the story I was going for is there, and that's kind of all I can hope for when it comes to a first draft. The goal is to finish the read through of BOA by the end of the weekend, so I'm going to do as much as I can tonight, and then I'm going to basically spend all the time I need to tomorrow on Sunday to finish that read through. I am doing kind of like a little series as far as revising and editing goes. I'll talk a little bit more about my process for editing Blood of Amberum, but basically right now the goal is just to finish the read through. I want to finish my first major kind of overarching editing pass by Christmas, so I want to have all of the main glaring issues kind of edited out and sorted through by Christmas. And then the week between Christmas and the New Year, so the last week of December, I'm just gonna spend that week kind of cleaning it up and tweaking it because, as I mentioned, I want to be able to send it out to beta readers. I was saying by the end of this year, now it's gonna be probably right at the beginning of January, but I am still totally okay with that timeline. Finish the read through of BOA by the end of this weekend, have the first major editing pass finished by Christmas, and then have something ready for beta readers by the end of December. My next goal is related to both of the manuscripts. I want to have a beta reader sign up form sent out by December 20th. So I'm going to make it a generic kind of Google form that is going to ask which project you are most interested in beta reading. So if you're most interested in beta reading BOA, then those will all be sent out in January. If you're most interested in beta reading Between the Waves, that will probably be sent out end of January or February. So I'm just gonna have a Google form with a bunch of questions asking what you're interested in, what your background is, if you've ever done beta reading before, a bunch of questions to kind of get an idea of who my beta readers are going to be because I've never done this before. So I need to understand this process a bit better. So my goal is to have those beta reader forms sent out by December 20th. I keep calling it beta reading and I think it might be closer to alpha reading writing because I don't know how ready these drafts will actually be. I just know that it's not going to take long before I'm going to want outside feedback for myself. So it'll be still quite rough draft beta reading, but we're figuring out a process. So if you are interested in being part of beta reading for either BOA or Between the Waves, please shoot me an email. I have my email listed in the description box. It's just my first name, last name @gmail.com. I have a running list currently of people who are interested in being beta readers. So please shoot me an email just letting me know that that's what you're interested in, and then I can add you to the list so that you can receive that beta reading form on December 20th when I send them out. The next goals have to do with learning. I am someone who is constantly learning. When it comes to writing, I know that I have so much to learn that I'm kind of taking advantage of December to finish up on some courses that I had already started and some learning materials that I had already started working through. But I want to be finished with them by January, because starting in January, I will be spending the next 4 months, so January to April, to end of April, I will be spending doing that professional novel writing class through the university. So I kind of want to tie up loose ends as far as things that I'm currently learning go. So that includes finishing 2 Open University courses that I'm currently enrolled in. Open University is like a distance education university that is online. I believe it's based in the UK, but it doesn't matter where you are, you can take their courses virtually. And they also have some free courses listed. So I am enrolled in a bunch of their free courses, especially ones that are either kind of history, because I've never taken a lot of history courses, as well as some creative writing courses. So the first course that I want to finish up is supposed to be about 24 hours total, and it is called Start Writing Fiction, Characters and Stories, and it focuses mostly on characters. So I want to finish up that course, and then I am also doing a course called The Origins of the Wars of the Three Kingdoms. I'm taking that one because Blood of Amberum has quite a bit of kind of political war stuff going on, and I don't know a lot about that, and it kind of sounded like a cool course, so I thought it might give me some inspiration and also teach me about something that I don't know anything about. So that's why I'm doing that one, and that one is only supposed to be about 12 hours of study. So I want to finish up those 2 courses from the Open University. I want to finish listening to Brandon Sanderson's lectures about fiction writing. I forget which university he teaches them through, but he recorded and has a bunch of his lectures on fiction writing live on his YouTube channel, which I have been working through, and I have a few left to watch and kind of catch up on, and I've been like making notes as I go. So I want to finish those up in December. And then my last goal for December that kind of has to do with education slash just like kind of working on my craft is I want to read at least 1 piece of folklore every single week. So I don't know if you can see behind me, but I have a whole bunch of different fairy tale books, best loved folk tales of the world. We've got Necronomicon, which is by H.P. Lovecraft, and there are some insane stories in there. Grimm's Fairy Tales, we've got some classic like Irish legends and stuff. So my goal is to pick a story from one of those books that I have and read at least 1 every single week, because I always find them super interesting, and learning about where the stories came from and seeing how those stories have kind of influenced a lot of the stories that we have today. So I want to make sure that I am doing a little bit of fun slash educational reading when it comes to like folk tales and that kind of thing. And I just think they're super cool. So those are all of my December goals. Like I mentioned, if you're interested in beta reading, please send me an email. My email is in the description box below. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smile, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.